Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another Thursday night here at Heroes and Hooligans. I am your DM, Don, for the Redeeming Corruption Episode 2, The Sunless Citadel. Before we get delving into the darkness, does someone want to give us a recap of what happened in Episode 1 a couple weeks ago?
I think we should make Randy and Chip rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to go.
All right.
But we can't see Randy's hands.
Nah, I'll type it in chat. But I'm going to warn you.
All right.
Throwing rock.
Mind games.
God. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Jesus. What is
All right, we going again?
All right, we'll go again. Ready? Rock,
All right, I'm throwing rock.
paper, scissors. That's all you, Randy.
All right.
Randy's the best at this.
Always throw rock. Oh, wait. Hold up. Sorry. I got to open my other set of notes. That was my speed running character rebuild notes.
Jaro's new title is the King of Rochambeau.
So, back in my day, I got off work early by literally throwing rock against 10 people in a row. And I told him I was throwing rock. It's the secret. All right, anyways. Session 1 recap, everyone. All right, so we arrived in Oakville, or whatever it's called, So it's midwinter. There's not a lot of people around. There's like 6 buildings in the old little town, a little church thingy, some farmhouses spread out, what and about. We went there, split up. Some of us took care of, room accommodation. Some of us went and met Karen, the person we're here to do our business with. We're looking for Karen's kids. That's, what we're out here about trying to do, Supposedly they went with the paladin out to look for some temple. Outside of that, we met a quirky priest. Nothing really goes on in the village, like outside of Karen's kids running away. That and there's chupacabras, but we'll deal with that at a later date. That's not important right now. Save the kids, save the animals. Though I like animals more than I like people. That's just a personal preference. So Karen's kids went with the paladin. We followed this old road that supposedly leads us towards the chasm, on our way. There's a big blizzard and whatnot. We came across a mythical creature. 3 of us decided to go out, journey, touch it, see what it was all about. Did some talking. We met back up, started heading on around looking for this chasm. Eventually, we stumbled upon a chasm, and as we stumbled upon the chasm, we found a rope leading down into the ravine. It's now a ravine instead of a chasm, by the way.
They're the same thing.
I was about to say, I have chasm/ravine, and halfway through my notes, it just changes to ravine. So
that was probably me trying to use different words.
Big fan. Some people, once we reached the chasm/ravine, whatever you guys prefer, we don't judge here. Some people begin to have some breakthroughs and whatnot before we settled in and called it a session.
That is correct. I don't think there's any major points we missed there. You guys did make a deal with the blacksmith in order to get the rapier, and you promised him 5% of whatever you find it should you make it out. And he promised you that if you keep your word and do make it out and give him 5% of whatever you find, he has promised you any one item in the shop as a party for free.
Which is the plate armor.
I mean, that's certainly the most
which is
like
the
cost effective to take. Yes.
Also, I don't know how important it is, but each one of these rings is worth 50 gold.
No, we're not going to let Atlas wear it.
We're just going to carry it.
How much does it stand that it's all?
We're just going to carry.
Said we've got spellcasters. We can get animate object later.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to carry it until we can find someone else to sell it to, and then that's a free 1,000 gold.
Just take some and throw it right back. You go give
Now tell me,
500
Thea,
gold.
would you rather have Atlas wearing armor or 200 gold in your pocket?
Atlas would like the armor.
But I think, yeah, other than that, you guys did hit all the major points. You can have a chaos coin. So you guys have come here. The blizzard had started to let up about 20 minutes ago. It's still snowing, but like it's not like super crazy gale force winds with it at the same time. It is cold, and like there is clearly like a layer of ice on the rope, but it seems relatively sturdy. It doesn't seem frayed. What would you all like to do?
So
It's the morning. Is it the morning? We camped for the night, right?
Did you?
No, we just ended the session when we got
Yeah.
to the ladder.
Yeah,
As
you
the
guys
last
did
rays
continue
of the-
traveling through the
Yeah,
storm.
as
and
the
it is
last
pretty
rays of
late.
the sun. Yeah, I think you said it was as the last rays of the
Mhm.
sun crested over the horizon. We caught that rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like sunset now. So you guys certainly could
Uh,
set up
and-
camp up here if you would like.
Peg started dancing.
Yeah. Peg felt inspired by the sunset.
Doing the flossy dance.
flossy.
I don't think that's the dance to do it.
I'm pretty sure it was because I've seen Peg's player do an awesome flossy, so I'm sure Peg does one too.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's. I think it's best we follow after them as quickly as possible. Yeah. If they did fall down to the bottom of the chasm, they're probably buried in a few feet of snow right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's just make sure. Let me make sure the weather is going to be not going to make us fall down.
Yeah, I think you had druid crafted last session.
Did I? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you did. You had found that the blizzard was going to be like 6 hours. It would be snowing for 6 hours. The wind has let up. It's been about 4, if I remember right.
Okay. I couldn't
So
remember.
like there's about 2 more hours of snow, and it's probably somewhere around 4 or 5 p.m. give or take.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I did or didn't cast it because I feel like I remembered to myself saying you're done.
You did not cast it before you left, and then the blizzard hit, and you did that, and that's when you found out it was only going to snow for 6 hours. So rather than go into the cave you had found, you guys decided to weather the storm.
Yeah, you cast
Weather
it
the
at the cave.
storm. Okay. All right. Well, then I lied. I actually don't need to do a thing except be awesome. That's the thing that I'm doing.
That's just passive ability.
So we're shimmying down.
Is anyone
Is that what you
scared of
guys want
heights?
to do? Do
Shimmy
you want
on
to look
down.
at anything first? Chasm's about looking down. You can't really see the bottom. With the sun setting, it's pretty dim. It's clearly more than 100 feet to the bottom. The rope continues beyond what most of you can see. Super dark vision people can see it. Comes up onto like a flattened like piece of rock, almost like a plateau, about 40 feet down.
Only 40 feet? That ain't that bad.
But obviously, like then from there down to the bottom of the chasm is another who knows how far.
Well,
I think
I suggest-
following their path is the best.
yeah.
I'm going to shimmy down the road.
Okay.
I will also begin.
Oh, I already have it open. My bad. 2.
Peg will shimmy down as well.
Atlas will wait till everyone else.
Are you going to shimmy, Peg, or are you going
Literally fly.
to?
Okay. If you guys want to throw up the map, you can. We are officially moving on to this map. This is what you guys kind of saw looking down from above, obviously. But I do need a marching order. Who is descending first?
I'll go first.
Atlas was gonna wait until everyone had started shimmy before he went down.
I'll go second.
Okay. So Silwyn, you descend this rope. No check needed. Like it's a sturdy rope. you can, use it to like leverage against the wall, regardless of the ice and snow and whatever, and like, not repel but walk downwards, right? There is no check, and that goes for anyone. You come down on this platform up here, and you see a bunch of debris. There are bones scattered about. There's the stones of what looks like clearly it used to be a fire pit. And unfortunately, as you come down, is this the right one? As you get there, and Jaro is descending behind you, right? Jaro is second.
Yeah.
As Jaro is
Mhm.
about 10 feet away from the top of this platform, when you get to it, 3 giant rats kind of scuttle out from the bones, hearing the commotion of you come in, and start to come towards you. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative
All right.
here. I'm going to open Combat Tracker for those of you who haven't used Roll20. When doing this, make sure you click your token and then roll initiative, and it will add you to the Combat Tracker.
Big pog champ.
So if you guys want to like drag your tokens on and roll into initiative in this upper corner over here, you can. Essentially, it takes a full turn to get down the rope. So Jaro, you'll get down second turn. Whoever's coming behind him would come after that, etc. Five.
Did I not? I didn't do. Okay, my bad. I didn't do Atlas's token, I guess.
Did it not?
That's fine. I keep meaning to and keep
I
forgetting.
swear I clicked on my.
If you didn't, you can also right-click your token,
That's
and there's
weird.
an add turn option.
Hmm.
Oops.
I'm not getting an add turn option for some reason.
That's weird. No, you're right. That's weird. Hang on. Oh, it's way at the top. You have to, if you're up, it cuts it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, where was that?
If you left click your token and then right click, it'll give you an add turn option. And you can get your token on the map. Just drag your character sheet from the left side onto the map, and it'll drop a token. Even if you haven't set one up, it'll do this default like shade looking guy.
My default shade guy.
Aw.
All right. You know what? Here. Let me just try this.
Oops.
Alright, did that actually? Hey, it added me, Don.
Yep.
I did it right.
It can be kind of wonky.
I'm cracked.
Okay.
Where did I save my token at?
Said I added it, but then I didn't select my token. How do I do that?
You left click it on the map.
I would like to point out that I have an excuse. I had to remake my character sheet today, so
Mine's
I don't super blame you guys. Like, I usually use token stamp, and I keep meaning to use your hero forges and go in and get them and add them for all of you, and I haven't done it yet. It's on me.
I have my own token maker as well, Don.
Okay. I'm being dumb. How do I put my token on the map, Don?
Left click your character sheet, like your name, and just drag it onto the map. I was gonna say, so who's the second shade then? Is that Althea or Peg?
That's one of them's me. The one that's above the fortress is me.
Here we go.
Where it
Okay.
says fortress, that's me.
Okay. And if anyone's having trouble, let me know and I can try and do it. Sometimes it's weird. If I drag it, it won't let you move it, but we can see.
I put a little pink circle.
Okay.
Is Peg
Cool.
on there? I can't. tell if I
I'm
got
not.
her up
I'm
there.
not seeing it. Hang on. See if you can move this one that I just dropped in the upper right corner. See if it lets you click it and move it.
No, it's not letting me move it.
Okay. So do you see your click the one book and you see your character sheet?
Yes.
Just left click your name and hold it and drag it onto the character sheet or onto the map. I mean.
Since I've got an apple, let's
I'll
try
be the blue
option.
shade.
No, you shouldn't even
Command?
need Apple. Shouldn't worry, Shen. Just grab it and drag it over to the map. Just click it with your mouse, drag over, and it should pop up.
Yeah.
I just did it with mine.
Did that work? Onto the map. Okay.
There.
I see. I was gonna say I see 4 of them. Was that
Yeah,
yours
the
that was
last
on the fire and you just moved it?
I just put it under this red token here that's got
Okay.
a picture in it.
Okay, so yeah, so now if you left click that and then open your character sheet and click initiative, it'll add you to the sheet.
I already rolled initiative. Is there any way I can just use that to the sheet?
Yeah, are you the one without a name or without a dot?
Yes. That's
And
me.
your initiative was
2.
2. Okay. 2?
Yeah.
Oops.
No, you're gonna need to click the add turn if that's what you're trying to do. Because if you already rolled, you can also just left click your token and right click it.
Ooh. And I can just hover over my name down here and it
Oops. I moved my
highlights.
token.
Oh, wait, really?
Boop. 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 Boop.
But I'm assuming the dots match character sheets, relatively speaking.
I'm blue, baby. Blue by the beat.
Yeah,
I went
that
blue
works.
because my hair is blue silver.
Oh, are we?
We should be. I think that's, it's mission 1 initiative, right?
Yeah. And again, if you want to just roll initiative, I can add it to the turn order too. That works. It doesn't make a difference to me.
I'll roll a die. I'm not sure if one of those up there is mine, but I will roll.
Yeah, that's fair. You can roll a die and let me
I
know
got-
what it is.
I got a nat 1.
Ooh, okay. And what's your dexterity according to D&D Beyond?
My dex is 16.
Okay, so natural 1, that becomes a 4. Okay. And descending, and we have our turn.
Hey, you're not the lowest in initiative.
Yeah.
That's me. The tank.
Okay, and that's there. Cool. So, Silwyn, you come down, and as you descend the rope and get down here, Jaro, you'll actually get down here your turn this turn. You get down, and as you descend and land here, these rats start scurrying around, and they seem to be eyeing you up. They haven't reacted and moved yet, but they do seem not happy that you're here, or at least not welcoming.
I'm going straight to my pouch. I'd like to use an object and take out rations
Okay.
and try to just toss them off the edge towards these stairs for a second to distract them for a second with like an animal handling or something.
Sure, yeah, you can give me animal
Just
handling.
stall
That
so
works
I have
perfect.
time to get back up.
Yeah, if you want animal handling, or if you'd prefer some kind of like charisma, performance, deception, or something, either or. That works, and I'll give you.
I'll do animal handling. I'm proficient. I took proficiency in it. Yeah. $11.
Okay. They definitely, as you pull it out, you see their noses kind of twitch a bit, and then as you crumple it up and kind of toss the crumbs out into the air, you see their eyes follow it. They will react on their turn. But it does seem
Okay,
like
cool.
it's at minimum caught their attention. Is there anything
cool.
else you'd like?
Yeah, and I'll just kind of press myself up against this rock wall here, and I'll take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. Jaro. It takes your movement to get down because you are climbing. So unless you have a climbing speed, it's half speed. So you make it down this turn to the fortress and turn around and see these rats that are kind of squaring up. But by the time you get down and are looking at them, assuming that you continued down the rope, I guess, I'm sorry.
No, I definitely did.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they've started moving forward quite yet. They definitely look tense, but they seem distracted by something that Solwyn's done. And Sowen has taken like a defensive stance against the wall, looking ready to dodge out of the way if they do come toward her. Him? Sorry. They, sorry. Nope,
Yeah.
she. I was right the first time. Got it.
I'm so sorry. I want to interject.
Okay.
I do want to interject. I constantly fuck this up. I can't take the dodge action as a bonus action. That's monks, not rogues.
I thought
Always
that,
make-
but I was
always fuck
gonna
that
just move forward. Yeah, I was gonna say I think rogue is dash, disengage, hide.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to hide behind really. So you could,
Yep.
you got down here. You have movement. If
No.
you wanted to move forward, you could. But if you still don't want to do anything, that's fine.
I'm not trying to piss these things off.
Oh no.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so Jaro, you spend your movement to get down here and turn and see these rats. What you
I'm
doing?
gonna cast Thunderclap.
Okay. Can you, if you left click the name, it sends the text in chat just so I can see it. Because Thunderclap is around you within 5 feet. Every square
Oh,
here is 5 feet. I was like, I'm pretty sure Thunderclap is either a cube in front of you or
Yeah, I thought it
around
was.
you.
I thought it was the code in front of me.
The show spell description only works for, I believe, me or him.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's not working
my
for
bad.
me. Yeah, no, roll 20 is wonky and weird. I make no excuses. That's a really weird one that I don't understand. So I will allow you to not do that so that you don't exclusively hit Sowen with your spell. If you would like to do something else, if you have a range cantrip or anything.
But I kind of want to just hit him.
Just
I
hit him
gotta
with
assert,
what?
I gotta
Oh, I mean, you could certainly.
You just want to
I
hit
guess
me?
to assert my dominance.
Yeah, you're. I think the issue is that you don't have movement right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't think you can run up to Thunderclap them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay. You just targeting the closest one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You pinged the one. You pinged the appropriate one.
13. I do believe that's gonna hit. Yeah, that hits. So if you click Firebolt in chat where it says Firebolt, it'll roll the damage.
Oh, that's that.
Yeah, 10. Nice. This giant rat is
Hell yeah.
incinerated.
I'm out here.
Max
We
damage.
cooking, boys.
We're gonna just do this for it to save time. So yeah, you come down, you mutter your incantation, and a bolt of fire shoots out, and this giant rat is just completely incinerated. Althea, you and the rats have the same initiative, so you can definitely go. You can like use your movement to get down, and you guys can just line up on this edge if you want. I'm just gonna have them do their thing because they just saw a friend get incinerated, and there's food on the stairs, so they start moving down the stairs and start nibbling up the crumbs that Sowen threw down there.
Oh, this is gonna be super easy.
They are out of all of your sights up there. This is a switchback stair going down, so they've descended the stairs past where you guys can see them, so you don't know what's going on, but they are out of sight right now. What would you like to do, Althea? And if you have a range thing you want to do before that, you can. Like, as they're moving is fine.
Yeah, I do have a ranged thing. Da-da-da. Do the thing. Thank you, computer.
Nice. That definitely hits. So yeah, if you swap to, yep, there you go. 5. Okay. So you get one of them as they go, and that halves their movement speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what Chill Touch, or it stops them from regaining hit points?
There
we go.
Can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So
until then, my hand just my necrotic hand strangles it.
Okay. So yeah, so as they start moving down the steps, you reach out a hand, and it goes to one of them, and you see it grasp it, and it keeps moving down the steps. But it is severely injured. You see like blood start trailing behind it, even from as far away as you are. And those there definitely see like this ghastly hand just grab this rat, and then just it starts dripping blood as it moves down the steps. Would you like to do anything else? Would you like to use your movement to get down?
Yeah, so we're at this platform up at the top where the little fire is, and they're going down these little stairs, right?
Yeah, the switchback stairs are seemingly the only way down that you guys can see
Okay.
right now.
So I'm gonna just come over to the top of the stairs so I can still kind of see things.
So your
That way-
movement would take you down the rope.
So
to
you're
the
you're
flat.
still on the rope. It's just
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
are reacting
Yeah.
as soon as
Your
Silver
move-
goes down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just
yes.
will come down the rope.
Yeah, exactly. You guys with your base movement, if you wanted to dash, you guys could get down here and then move a bit, but because you're climbing, it's half speed. So like,
Yeah, no, that's totally okay. I just
yeah, that was my
Wasn't-
bad. I should have described it better. No worries.
no, you're good. Yeah, so that's it. I'll just go down if I only have half movement because climbing that's 15 feet. So I'll just go down the rope and strangle one of these rats with my magic.
Okay, cool.
And
So
that'll be it.
Peg, you see Althea going down. Owlin of Dark Vision, right?
She is. Peg is flew down instead of using the rope,
Yep.
and
Yep. For sure.
she would. Oh, I gotta get on the other screen. She would fly over to where the rats went down that little. They're hiding
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
She would go there, and then from there she would cast magic missile.
Ooh. Okay. How do you want to target those at them?
She
So
is
magic
going
missile
to-
shoots 3 darts, and you can assign them as you want.
Okay, there's only 2 back there, so I guess she'll put 2 on the one that's on the left and 1 on the right.
Okay. And I will tell you, you can totally keep that. I will give you the
all right.
description.
I
that
will say the one on the left is
injured.
the one that's already hurt.
Yeah, the one on the left is the one that you just saw Althea's spell hit. The one on the right looks untouched. If you want to keep that distribution, you still can. I just wanted to give that description for you.
No, she probably would put all 3 of them on the one that's already hurt. Bring them down, so it's 1 less rat to worry about.
Okay, if you would like to. So you can go ahead and roll your magic missile, because magic missile just hits.
Yeah.
I think it should be listed under attacks near the top.
It's a D4 plus 1.
Yeah. There we go. Ooh,
Hey, max
I hit it
damage.
twice.
max damage. Nice. So yeah, this rat is just
do you do-
obliterated. Oh. What was that, Chip?
I was asking if you do standard just 1 roll for all 3 darts.
I
or
leave
if
it
you
up
do
to the
3
player.
separate rolls.
I don't have a preference. I think
Okay.
in the long run it evens out if you choose to use, if you prefer just rolling once. Essentially, the way it normally works is you roll a d4 and that's how much each one does. But there are also 3 instances of damages, so some people like to roll them separately, and I don't have a preference. But yeah, so did I put your token right? Are you kind of like still flying kind of off the ground here around the corner a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so Peg comes down flapping her wings and mutters some words, and you guys see these darts shoot from her onto this rat that Althea had just hit, and it is absolutely bludgeoned into the ground by these magical darts of force, slamming and flattening it against the ground. And then there was one. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Actions. Let me just check. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. End of turn.
All right. Atlas, movement to get down, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make it down. If you'd like to dash, you can. You do not see anything up here on the surface. If you have dark vision, you likely would have seen some medium-sized animal-like forms scrabbling away and being lit on fire by your friends.
I do believe I have dark.
Like, you know something's going on, but you cannot currently see an enemy.
Uh,
Oh, hey, don't forget, falling doesn't cost movement.
I thought about it and this became rough. I was like, maybe I just fall.
I will remind you guys, you are level 2. 40-foot fall is deadly.
I was trapped like
yeah.
of it. Gotta make the superhero entrance, you know. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Atlas is really gonna do anything.
Okay.
I come down, kind of assess the situation, and realize no one's really hurt. So
Yeah, no one in the party's been touched
You
yet.
could use your action to dash. You could use your action to dash and start moving down the stairs.
You could do a flip.
I could do a flip too. So dash would just be another what?
It'd be
30 feet,
6
right?
squares, 30 feet, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would get you halfway down the stairs.
Why not? I want to be first. I'm coming.
So now you see a giant rat in front of you that seems to be eating some crumbs on the ground. And that is your action. No bonus action, I assume.
Nah.
All right. Silwyn, we're back to the top with you. Your ploy seems to have worked, combined with a show of force from Jaro next to you. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, let's finish the job. How far is the drop here from level to level?
The drop down is only about 10 feet, so there's no actual damage because fall damage doesn't start till 20.
Yeah. I'll just drop to here.
Yeah. For funsies, give me a dex save. You've got the movement to stand up. It's not for damage, but it's snowing. These are stairs cut into a cliff face. Just for funsies.
No, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
23.
Totally fine. Yeah, light as a feather.
I don't know.
You know the Lord of the Rings, like Legolas, in the book, the elves walk. You don't even damp down into the snow. You're on top of the snow on the steps.
Silwyn walks off the edge and midair turns so that she lands standing on the bottom stair. Right. And swings at it with the quarterstaff.
Okay, cool. Go for it. Althea's 10 feet in the air, so you do not have sneak attack by my belief. But that definitely hits.
15 to hit.
Yep. Nice little.
And then click here for damage.
Oh, nice. You adjusted it to use dex. Good.
Yeah.
6.
Cool. 6.
So that's a solid blow. This thing is, using Hooli's terms, it is G-stringed. It is very battered. I mean, they're rats. They're not super crazy. But you swing down and land a solid hit. But it is barely still standing, and it stops paying attention to the crumbs and kind of, for lack of a better term, without movement, starts scrabbling to keep running away.
Cool. I will bonus action disengage and try to slip down to here.
Ooh, and cut it off. Okay.
With the rest of my movement, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's 6. Gets me to the top of the stairs.
Cool. Jaro. Silwyn just ran across and dropped down the stairs.
That's the end of my turn.
Awesome. Jaro, you're up. What you want to do, bud?
I want to move to the ledge here.
Okay.
And
yeah, and if you look down, you can see it looking very battered, bloody, scrabbling, trying to scramble between Silwyn's legs down the steps.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it with the old Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it. That is not correct. Oh, you clicked Hellish Rebuke.
You clicked Hellish
Rebuke.
Rebuke.
Got what I clicked. Interesting.
I was like, that is Eldritch Blast has you roll, not me.
Yeah, no. I'm going to click Hellish Rebuke, see what happens. No. I'm going to cast Firebolt because this is being wonky.
That definitely
it should be the same attack and same
Yeah, I don't have my charisma
it's the same, just
modifier
force
to it,
damage
yeah.
instead of fire.
Yeah.
Right now.
How do you want to do this? This thing has 1 hit point.
Oh, it has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I want to shoot it with the fireball. More of the bolt persuasion.
Okay.
I don't know. You can't do firebolt. I mean, I could, but it's just a rat.
I was gonna say I get what you mean. So is it Jaro or Jaro, by the way? Have I been saying your name wrong?
Jaro?
Okay. So yeah, Jaro walks over to the edge, and Soin and Atlas, you guys see him lean over and kind of mutter some words, and you see that same orange energy form in his hands, and you see a firebolt start to form, but then when it shoots out, it narrows itself to this thin line of almost like a plasma bolt that just shoots through and pierces through and instantly chars this giant rat that just slumps over with a singed hole in its back. And that takes us out of initiative. There are no other threats that you guys can see. The giant rats have all been dealt with, and you guys can get a better look around if you'd like. Switchback Stair continues back and forth all the way down to the chasm. Those of you with uber dark vision can see that it's over 100 feet to the ground. Anyone that can see more, if you guys want to poke around the fire or up where the rats were at all, you certainly can. What do you guys want to do?
I want to
their bodies. I want to collect their bodies.
Okay. So you grab the 3 giant rat bodies. One of them is basically ashes up here on the top. But the other 2 are pretty solid.
Yeah, whatever's left, I want to collect them and tie them by their tails to my pack because that'll make a good stew later.
Sure. You have 2 giant rats hanging from your pack. Yeah, they're small. Yeah, that's fine. D&D always confuses me. They call things giant and they're only relative. I'm like, oh, giant rats. I'm like, oh, they're probably 20 pounds a piece. That's
that's giant for a rat.
Is small to medium dog size.
Pretty big for a fucking rat.
Yeah. So yeah, no problem at all. You totally tie their tails up and hang them from your back. But rats hanging from the back.
Right. Does anyone want to come with me to scout ahead while the rest of us maybe set up a base camp here? Look around, see if we can catch any of the trail of where those 4 might have gone.
Well, I could go with you. I can see, and I'm pretty good at tracking.
I can.
How are you at keeping quiet?
I am decently good at that. I trained my whole life to be a rogue and woke up a druid instead.
We have a good bit to talk about.
So you and Elsie are going to scout ahead of it?
Yeah, we can do that. I have
I think so.
Okay. So if you guys continue,
I believe mine is the same.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to give me a roll, what I can say is, assuming they took the rope, there's only one place they could have gone from here, which is down the switchback stairs, or not down the stairs, but that has a much grislier ending.
Yeah, I think I was asking if anyone wanted to go down the stairs quietly with me and scout ahead, see what we might run into as a group.
I mean, why don't we just all go together? There ain't nothing up here.
Yeah, Peg will come.
Wouldn't be bad to have somewhere safe to run back to either if we run into something.
Oh, there it went. Okay, great.
But yeah, if you want to give me a survival check to look for specific tracks as you go, you definitely can.
Yeah, and I'll guide you for the survival. or can I give the help action in this instance instead?
Most definitely. Sure. You're both looking for tracks. And you guys definitely do
Sure.
looking around up top. You find a bunch of like very poorly made like spearheads. Honestly, with that kind of a check looking at them, Althea, I'm not sure how. I guess you're a bugbear, right?
Yes.
So you've worked with, in theory, in the past, you've interacted with goblins before, and you know what goblin craftsmanship looks like. It's usually pretty shoddy, not super good. You see a bunch of rusted goblin spearheads basically laying about up top here, and this fire seems relatively recent, probably within the last couple weeks. And you also see a set of humanoid footprints that seem to go down those switchback stairs as you guys take off.
Yeah, my mother's a goblin. So
My mother's
I say nothing
a wood
about your
elf.
mother's craftsmanship specifically, just goblins in general.
she's a drunk old asshole, so it's probably terrible.
So yeah, is the whole party just continuing down the steps?
I was about to say, if everyone else is going to go, Atlas is going to
go. Are we all going together?
Doesn't matter
Yes.
to me.
I mean,
Hold it
I
down.
don't think unless we plan on like coming back here to camp for the night. I don't know if there's a real reason to stay up here.
Which
except the camp.
it is 5, 6 p.m.
It is
like,
getting late.
It is getting
That's
dark.
what
You
I
guys
was
could
saying.
camp
That's
up
what I was
here for
thinking,
the
like,
night,
set up a
although
camp
this
for
is
the night.
certainly up here. If you set a fire, it can probably be seen for miles around in anything in the ravine. But
That's hot. We can attract things.
I mean, do we want to run the risk of having to camp inside of a temple that none of us really knows what's going to be happening in? Or do we play it safe, get a little bit of rest, try to shelter from the cold some, and then go in the morning? Because, I mean, we could keep warm with a little bit of a fire, and if people don't want to see it, we could make a small fire in a tent.
No, I don't think any of us have actually burned any resources yet.
no,
Dawn.
I think a couple people
I think
healed
this is
the
more just-
Kieran. Actually, now I think about it, I do think there were a couple
Oh yeah, good berries and such.
things that might have been done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's up to you guys.
And yeah,
I mean,
I think like Sylvan steps up. I really think, a place no one's come out of alive, it'd be better to see the entrance and have a place to prepare for what we need to do, rather than just charge in headlong. That's all. That's my concern.
I agree. I think it's good to get a little rest, get a little food in our bellies, and be, level headed. We did just come through the storm and stuff, and I kind of like to melt the ice off my fur before we go inside as well.
Okay.
If you'd like to come along on the scouting party, Jaro, you're more than welcome.
Oh no! I'm just trying to figure out what the plan is.
If we're looking to camp here, then Atlas will stay here. Atlas is not the sneaky sneak.
No. Anyone who wants to is welcome to come along. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that should keep most of us pretty quiet.
I'll stay here, look through the skeletons, and see if I can, set up something to where like a fire can't be seen, so you guys can come back and get warm and something. The less people to go on a stealth mission, the better.
Wonderful.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, that would be good. I can leave my pack here, and once you get the fire going, can get some water on, and I'll make us a delicious stew when I get back from scouting with Selwyn.
Perfect. Stew, easy peasy. All right, so we got a plan. You guys go have fun.
Okay. So Sowen and
All right.
Althea. Althea, if you want to stealth as well, I'll use your stealth there, Sowen, for sure.
I think Peg
Yeah.
said she was going to.
Althea
Peg can
rolled a
also
stealth,
roll it.
and I gave them guidance for it. I gave
Yes,
them guidance for it that they still need to roll, though.
Okay.
What is it? RD4, something like that.
Yeah, /RD4 or roll
Yeah.
D4. Oh, you have to do like / then it.
Yeah, I got
here,
it.
here, I got it.
I did.
You got a 3, 19.
I got a
She
4.
got a 4.
Oh, you
I
did
got
it.
a
Never mind.
4.
Oh, you got a
20.
4, 20.
A dirty
and Peg-
20.
Peg, were you flying down with them as well?
Yeah, Peg was gonna go with them. I don't know if my stealth showed up. I can't read the small print.
I don't
Yeah.
see anything. Oh wait, yes I do.
Yeah.
Yep, I see an 11 there. Okay, so you guys are being decently stealthy. Peg's flapping down.
If we're moving, if we're moving in a group of like 3 people, more than half the party, I'll go ahead and burn my once per day pass without trace.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so yeah, even with so you guys start moving, and I think probably after a minute, you guys are fairly quiet. No one's making a lot of noise, but as you walk, so when you hear Peg flapping along slowly with you guys staying with you, and you just drop your daily pass without a trace, and that sound is muffled as you guys go, and you seem to be moving stealthily. I am going to do a thing. Middle right of the map is where you guys would come out here. So this switchback stair continues for quite a while.
Oh my.
And basically right at the bottom, you guys see a crumbling courtyard down here. So you descend from that sandy ledge down the zigzag stairs. And as you go and get closer, a fortress starts to emerge out of the darkness. The subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten if the lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers are any indication. All is quiet, although there is a cold breeze blowing up from below that brings with it the scent of dust, the faint trace of something else. Something you're fairly familiar with, Althea. You know the smell of rot. You work with lots of fungus and other things that like to do that kind of thing to things. So you recognize this smell, but it's different from like a natural rot. There's something worse with it.
Wonderful.
And if you guys would like to not finish going all the way to the bottom, you certainly can. If you scroll all the way over to the right, Brennan, you'll see the right of the dungeon. And scroll down a little bit.
Is it about?
Yep, there's like stairs.
About
if
here?
you look at the screen share.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't smell
So like
good.
right here.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to have gone
Someone's-
down. Like I was saying, you see this as you're going down the stairs. So if you guys decide, okay, we can see something down there and don't want to go further, that's fine. I just figured I'd show you where you are. But the stairs basically empty into this small courtyard that seems to be the top of a old crenellated battlement. You know, like a tower on a castle with like the crenellations for archers and stuff to sit at.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the buried citadel is sunk so far into the earth that at this point the battlement is actually level with the surrounding floor. It stretches away to the north and south, and you can see what looks like a relatively treacherous crumbling masonry, and you're not sure how far it continues in there.
Wonderful. Can we
Right, do we think
hear
it's best to start?
You can give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm pretty all right at that.
And anyone else who wants to perceive or do anything else can certainly do that as well.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Perception. Where you are. There you are.
Not great.
Yeah.
So neither of them's great. But you guys don't hear anything. There is the sound of that.
Well, does Peg want to make a perception?
That's true.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
We're all not doing great.
Yeah. So, and I'm also still assuming that you guys are one or two like switchback stair layers up, looking down at this, and that you didn't just walk down.
Yeah.
So you guys don't hear anything other than that cold breeze. Nothing seems to move. Althea, as you really focus, you think you hear what sounds like something scrabbling against stone further closer toward the bottom and toward that tower, but you can't really see anything or get anything specific. And in your brain, it sounds very similar to rats scrabbling on stone. Nothing super crazy on the outside.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I don't
Well,
see
we
anything.
See the entrance. Do we want to scout out the insides?
I don't know. It doesn't smell very right down there. It smells kind of off. Like, you would expect it to smell like mildew.
Yeah,
or
we said we were just going to scout the entrance anyway, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we just said we were going to scout the entrance. I think we're okay. We're good to turn back.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Something just doesn't smell
What do you
right.
think, Peg?
Oh, passive 16, definitely. Yeah, I'm a like either or. But yeah, even with a 16, you're not hearing anything beyond what sounds like probably some more giant rats scrabbling around some stone somewhere.
Wonderful. Just smells awful. Got it.
Yeah, and everyone can smell the rot. I think you're just with your like specialty in druidism that you've been studying and doing. You just have a little more familiarity to realize it's not just your basic rot.
Near the entrance, would Peg be able to investigate and see if there's any footprints like the humanoid one that we saw up top?
Most definitely. You can definitely give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I was about to say. Do we want to go up to the entrance and see first, or do we want to stay back here on the stairs?
Beautiful.
Well, we could go down the stairs some more if we want to get a little closer, but
so as you fly
and I'm
down,
picturing that Peg has already just started to fly down there.
Yeah, as you guys are talking about this, Peg
discussing.
just silently starts to glide down, and up until she gets the 10 feet outside, right, for the pass without a trace. And you hear her
30.
like 30. So she gets 30 feet and basically down there, and you hear her flap like as she comes out of the pass without trace, and that's what brings you guys out of your conversation. And you see Peg down there gliding along very quietly, not making very much noise, as she looks around. Now you got a 21 investigation. So what you see is you see this stone courtyard laid out, and you see this crumbled masonry. You see a giant rat scrabbling around that you think if you touched down and made enough noise, you might draw its attention. And similar to the others, it might be hungry because who knows what kind of food there is down here in this ravine regularly. Other than that, you see this courtyard with broken masonry spread about. But with a 21, you actually notice a narrow catwalk. Does this let me do this? Is this a thing I can do? It is. So I'm going to do something for you guys here. As you see that these two squares are raised up a little bit and seem like they aren't the same flooring as the rest. And with a 21, as you kind of glide around and get a better look, you see what is clearly some kind of trap door that you would need to walk around had you set foot on the ground. And that's what that T rectangle is on the map there. Is the area that the trap door is, so that you can point it out to your friends and let them know. But other than that, you don't see anything else other than there's a giant rat hanging out. I can put that on the token layer for you two, hanging out, scrabbling around, seems to be sniffing around for any kind of food it can scrounge up.
you know that kind of whisper yell that people do? You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to call to Peg. What do you see, Hedwig? Anything down there?
Peg will fly back and whisper to them because she doesn't want to alert the rat. And she'll tell them what she saw, the trap, the rat waiting to pick our bones.
I think once I started to hear Peg flapping, I started to move to catch up with Peg.
Okay. So Peg gets down there. She's flying.
Like once
she just
they were
gets
out
down
of the 30
faster
feet, I
than you
tried
guys.
to move to get them back in it. Yeah.
Sure. So you guys probably get to the bottom
Mhm.
and start moving forward as Peg flies back over and is like, "Oh, be careful! There's a trapdoor over there. There's also a giant rat up the steps." I don't know what Peg says. That's up to you guys. But she relays that there's a trapdoor and a giant rat up ahead.
Yep, that's what she does.
All right. Do you want me to? Should I take care of the rat quick? I can do it quiet.
No. I think it's just not going to bother us.
I'm worried if it has friends and it bothers us later.
Yeah, but we don't know what's in there, so maybe Racket will draw it out. If it's got other friends, they're all going to come out.
That's what I'm saying. I can do it. I'm just saying I can do it quiet, like.
If you think you can do it quietly, let me just step right over here, and she'll go backwards up a couple of steps.
Okay. And we can keep using your I guess it's a 30 stealth with pass without a trace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep using that. So yeah, you can go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage and sneak attack the rat.
All right.
For those in the audience confused,
I'll be able to like sneak up on it.
Yeah, for sure. With the 30, like it doesn't know you're there, and you're moving super quietly right now. And for any of the audience confused, cool. I have homebrew ruled that spears and quarterstaffs are finesse weapons.
All right. Let me go ahead and toggle my advantage. I don't remember how to do that on mobile, so I'm just going to open my action sheet. All right, I'm just going to roll twice since this is taking forever to load.
That's totally fine.
First one would have been a 12. Second one's a 14. And that'll be with sneak attack damage. So, yeah. Quarterstaff. 9 plus a d6 for my sneak.
How do you want to do this?
12. It's not even crushed. It's just the end of the staff comes down and separates 2 of the vertebrae in the back of the neck.
Sure. So yeah, you sneak up. You just, without a sound, the rat just slumps to the ground.
Bring it back with you. I can add it to the stew.
I look down at the rat, very tentatively grab it by the tail, and bring it back over. There you go. This is soap. Anyone? Soap?
You guys make your way back up the stairs, I assume, correct?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So you guys make your way back up. They've set up an area. If you want to try and make something to try and hide the fire, like you're trying to set up like some pieces of rock or wood around it that are larger, give me. I think it's going to be an athletics
survival
plus
maybe.
Yeah, maybe like survival. Athletics to move the things large enough, and then a survival, and you can have advantage because there was 2 of you up there doing it. As you guys come back, there, I assume no matter what, there will be a small fire there. So you guys managed to drag. It's quite loud, but you're pretty high up. Even down at the bottom, they didn't hear much.
Well then.
And then a survival for how well it actually blocks the light. But you guys do pull some things over and set up a fire that seems to be blocking. 19, yeah, it does a pretty good job. So as you guys come up, you don't see any sunlight, but then as you cross, or any firelight, but then as you cross the final switchback staircase back up to that flat platform, and Peg, as you flew up and got here probably much quicker and with less tiring effort than the other two, as you guys get up there, you can see that a small fire has been formed and they've set up a pot with some water so that Althea can make some stew for you guys as you take a long rest.
Yeah. So in her bag, she pulls out this little wooden box, and when she pulls out the little wooden box, it kind of looks like one of those little jewelry box or treasure chest style boxes. Like you could just hold it in the palm of your hand, and when you flip it open, there's a separate little containers in it, and each one of them is labeled nice salt, pepper, things like that, some seasonings, and she'll reach over her shoulder and pluck some of the mushrooms that grow in her fur to add to the stew.
So
it'll
I
be,
know people were
mushroom and
hyped
rat
for
stew.
I know people were hyped for food and stew earlier. Seeing Althea make it using nothing but rats and admittedly some seasonings and some mushrooms that she seems to pull off of her own body. Who's all eating stew and who's eating rations tonight?
Hey, I got rations, baby.
Atlas will eat the stew.
That's a nice
Peg
friend.
will eat the stew. Peg will eat the stew. She
I know-
knows that
I knew Peg
Al's
would
a good
eat it.
cook.
Yeah, I figured some people would, but I figured there'd be at least one or two that are not into eating body mushrooms, much less.
Oh, Thea, I'm on a diet. It's it just no mushrooms, you know? They're too intelligent.
I have berries. You want a berry instead?
There are good berries.
I think I'll be all. Yeah, I think I'll have a berry. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, you can have one. I got some berries. You can have a couple if you would like. I just want to see how
Yeah.
good this stew turns out here. Let me do a thing.
Yeah.
Let me roll a thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So I don't have.
You don't have like the chef background or like cooking utensil proficiency?
No, but I am proficient with herbs.
I'll allow you to add proficiency, but you're not going to get the advantage because the herbs, like the knowledge of herbs, will help, but it's not the same as like making
That's fine.
potions with the herbalism kit. But I'll give you the proficiency for it, and we'll say, I think we're doing a lot of survivals today. Like you're cooking food in the wilderness that feels survival to me. I don't know what else to do.
Oh,
So if you already
Survival.
have proficiency in survival, like that works.
yes, I am proficient in survival.
Okay,
But I didn't
so it's
roll
an 8.
very good.
It's edible. It's not bad. You've made better, but it's not like bad or anything like that. Like no one's getting sick off it, but it's not your best work. But you also, the snow's starting to let up, but it did blizzard today, and you're working with very limited resources. So
Yeah, it works in a pinch. It'll fill your. Hey, it's hot brown and there's plenty of it. That's all I got to say about it.
yeah, I mean it
Please never
probably
say
tastes
that again.
very, very gamey. Right? I imagine that wild rat is probably a pretty gamey kind of meat, but like it's not bad. It doesn't make you sick. It fills you up. It's food. It's good.
Yeah, I'll
Probably
take it.
real
I'm gonna eat it.
stringy.
I know Peg will eat it. She loves when I make rats for her. That's one of her favorite dishes.
Makes sense.
Tracks.
But yeah, so you guys eat some stew or good berries or rations as you feel that your character would, and you guys kind of lay out some bedrolls for the night. Do you guys want to give me a watch or?
Oh, I'll take
Uh,
second watch.
G-Shock.
Well, I'll take the midnight shift.
I mean, we have plenty of elves, so we should be good.
Okay.
Do we?
Let's take the first one.
We got
I-
a whole elf
Are there
and
other
2
elves
half
here?
elves.
Yeah, I'm half.
There's 2
Yeah,
half.
we only have one meditator.
Yeah, but you guys sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
will take first watch,
I'm just
too.
I don't know anything about elves.
I just
Just
need to
saying.
take naps.
I'll just
technically.
no. I'll just take. I'll take a long watch.
You're the best.
Okay. So Peg and Jaro said they're gonna take first watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
I
And
think
I'll
they're
just
trying to
take-
get to 4 hours so that you can meditate and then you can handle it from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll meditate and then just take the rest of the night.
So I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
think we
yeah.
do need a second watch though if you guys do 2-hour shifts. Or if each of the other 4 want to just do 1 hour, that works too.
Atlas can take the second shift.
Okay. So Jaro and Peg, if you guys want to give me perception checks for the first watch.
Perception check. I'm rolling a 24. Damn
You rolled
it.
an 18. So the watch passes relatively uneventfully. At some point, you do hear some clattering and a grinding coming from below, but it's short. And after like 2 or 3 minutes, you hear it again, and then nothing else. Other than that, your watch passes uneventfully.
Mm. I would like to, when the watch switch is over, I'd like to let Atlas know about the clingety clangety.
Okay.
You know, just so he knows something to listen out for, to be a little, just in case. You never know.
Yeah.
There could be El Chupacabras down there.
Could be chupacabras down there.
And yeah. So Peg and
There
Jaro
could
pass
be
the watch
chupacabras
to
down there.
Atlas. Atlas, if you want to give me perception for yours.
I got a 15.
Nice. Your watch actually passes uneventfully. There is no clanking. There is no grinding. No other sound seems to come. And as your watch is coming to an end, Sylwan's 4-hour trance ends. She has done reliving her past lives.
I didn't hear or see
Alright.
nothing during my watch, so I'll just
All
pass
right,
on the
all good on
clanking that
yours.
Jaro said. But-
From below.
Mhm.
All right, I'll keep an ear out. Good rest.
Yep.
And
And
I'll
Atlas,
clap you on the shoulder.
you want to give me your perception for your watch then, Sylwan, as Atlas goes back to his bedroom, gets some
Yeah.
sleep in the snow.
Yeah, can I guide myself for this
Yeah, most definitely.
as I say my midnight prayers to the moon goddesses.
And he hears El Chupacabras again.
Yes, as you finish praying, you hear animals screaming 5 miles away.
They're following him.
I was just like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. All right, so let's get this D4 out of the way here first.
Yep.
So that's a 1 on the D4. It's something, but it's not much. And then a perception. I'm not very wise, but I am.
I was going to
proficient in
ask if
this.
you move stats around when you changed. Oof.
Oh,
Nothing. It's again, I'm doing
one.
this as like we said last session. You're too cold. Like you woke up and you were like, yeah, I can handle this watch. And then as you come out of your trance, you've just been sitting there, you're like, oh, it's colder now. And you're just shivering and like you don't see or hear anything during your watch, but like this is not what you're used to.
Yeah, the only thing I hear is the chattering of my own teeth.
Yeah. Luckily, the watch does pass by uneventfully. Nothing comes up the steps toward you guys or anything like that. And pretty soon the sun is rising, and being in this little ravine here near the top, it hits you guys pretty quickly. You guys wake fairly early in the morning, getting your long rest. Everyone leveled, so you probably had the effects of a long rest on your sheet anyways. But you guys can,
I needed it.
Oh, that's true. You get your daily pass without trace back. But yeah, you guys do pass the night without issue. You get rest, although it's cold and wet as you guys are outside, not in a tent or a building or anything. I guess some of you, maybe as you wake up and are sort of wet and shivering a little bit, you kind of think fondly of that cave that you passed up last night. But you do make it through uneventfully.
That was like midday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like noon. It was midday.
It was like noon.
The blizzard and snow would have taken you guys until sunset anyways.
Yeah. Either way.
Either way, it would have been warmer than sitting up on this 40-foot, this 200-foot tall plateau exposed in the middle of this ravine.
Yeah.
But the morning comes, and if you would all like, you can do as you would like in the morning.
So it sounded like there were just more rats down there yesterday. Not nothing we couldn't deal with. You said you heard something in the night, Jaro?
Yeah, just like some chattering and clinking coming down from below, though. Not quite for sure what it is. Though it could have just been some rats rummaging around.
Jaro, it sounded bigger than rats. If you had to take a guess, the grinding sounded like a large metal or stone grinding against stone is kind of what it sounded like.
It did not sound like rats. It sounded aggressively not
I have
like
lied.
rats. I have lied to all of you. It sounded big. It sounded like stone grinding on stone. I'm remembering it way more vividly now that I've froze my ass off all night.
Oh,
Maybe we should go back to the cave.
well, maybe we should go back where it's warmer,
I know an inn.
like the inn.
You know, I hear about this lightning rail that's starting up.
Mr. Dungeon Master,
Yes?
I would like to pull out the bottle of wine that I saved from our night in the room to take a swig to see if it'll warm me up.
Sure. Alcohol has that effect. It doesn't physically warm you up, but you certainly feel warmer. The cold
Coolio.
doesn't cut quite as deep into your bones. And anyone else who drinks some wine or
Yeah, I'm
alcohol
gonna
would have
offer
the
it
same
around.
effect.
Oh, thank you. All right. Let's go. Let's just get this over with. At least when we're in there, we'll be out of the wind.
Big fan of Out of the Wind right now.
Very true.
I think at this point, Atlas would probably take the front.
All in favor?
I'm in favor. Let's do it.
I'm
Sure.
down to clown.
We gotta find the kids.
So you
Do we
guys
want to go in? Don't forget, Peg spotted this yesterday. There's a trapdoor right in front of the entrance.
Trapdoor immediately in front of us.
Yep.
Oh, noted. We did not forget.
So I'm going to pull us over here. You guys make your way down the switchback stairs without any issues. It takes you probably about 10 minutes. Again, we're on the far right of the map here. As you all come out from the switchback stairs or near the bottom and see this fortress that I described earlier coming out of the darkness, and you can see a large stone door that I think most of you, except probably Atlas, can put two and two together that something probably opened that big metal door and it grinded against the stone as it opened. And then closed 5 minutes later. Maybe someone coming out just to check the courtyard and go back in or something like that. But yeah, as you guys come down, Peg or any of the others who are here can point it out, and you guys can see the two squares of the masonry that seem to be raised and seem to be some kind of a trap door. and there's a large stone door into the side of a tower.
Right, darlings.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if there's traps already. I don't know if it's more in my wheelhouse or Peg's to find more, but I'm not bad at it.
So Atlas is just going to throw this out here. How do we know they didn't fall down this trapdoor?
Why has he got to bring up bad stuff?
All right.
Why has he always got to be like this guy?
You don't, and I should note, and you guys would have seen this yesterday too, but leaning against this wall over here, you guys do see what seems to be a goblin corpse.
Oh. All right. So there's goblins here. I missed that.
That's not
Okay.
Mom.
Alice, that's not your mom?
No. My mother hasn't left the farm in 30 plus years.
Great. That's not our mom. So there's goblins here, which is probably part of the reason that people haven't been coming back, would be my guess. No offense, Al.
Could be.
Do you want me to try to pop this trapdoor open and check it? See if anyone's fallen down?
Is there like any like dust covering it, or is it like?
I mean, the snow from yesterday is covering it, like is piled up over it.
Okay, so it's not actually.
Yeah.
Used. I was gonna say if there wasn't like dust on it, we can tell if it'd been used or not. But if snow's covering it, then it snowed all night.
No, but this the top of a tower that has become courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take a step up and I'll try to like pop this trap without falling into it.
Sure, you can give me a
Would that be
sleight
like
of
a
hand with
thieves' tools check?
Yep.
Cool. So that'd be sleight of hand at advantage?
Yep.
Or would that just be both proficiencies?
No.
Because I have expertise in both.
Oh, well, I mean, you get the normal expertise, but it doesn't double stack. But you can have the advantage for both. God, a plus 20 to your lock picking.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. You can have advantage.
Well, what happened? Like it was fully a character creation error. I meant to put the expertise in stealth and thieves' tools at first.
Yeah.
But I did it, and then I was like, nah, I'll keep it. This person feels like they stole things out of people's pockets rather than sneaking into places and stealing them.
For sure.
So yeah, 19. Yeah, 19.
Yeah, no problem. You manage to get in there with your tools, and you find like a hook that seems to be holding it up, and you can feel like a spring under there that you're able to open the hook, and the doors fall. And as they do, you start to hear a clicking. Looking in, you see about a 10-foot pit. You see two goblin skeletons in there. One seems kind of recent. There is a giant rat in there. And there's, like I said, one other goblin skeleton that seems like it's been in there for a long time. But you don't see anything that looks like a teenage or adult humanoid, if that's what you're looking for in there. You see a couple goblin skeletons and another giant rat kind of scrabbling around. You
that's
assume
what
it
we
probably
were looking for, just to make sure. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any of the party we're searching for, and I'll try to pop the hook back into place as I let go.
Okay,
and
so
spread some snow back over it.
So actually, what you're able to tell with that 19 as you set it and you hear that clicking is this trap is set up in a way
is the clicking? Is it resetting?
Yep, and after a set amount of time, it's going to reset itself. Yep. So you don't see a
Well,
way
it
once they're
looks
down.
like
to get
goblins
there.
have been here for. It looks like the goblins have been here for some time. There's corpses of multiple ages down there. Might be best to start out going in quiet. As best we can. What do we think? Are you all ready to sneak into a goblin tunnel? Or what's the word you use, Althea? Warrens?
We need a warrant.
I don't know what they call them. Just because my mother's a goblin doesn't mean I'm familiar with goblin, things.
Well, I thought she might have taught you some of her culture.
My mother taught me how to brew
If you
wine,
can- If you can call it that.
so that way she didn't have to do it herself.
Wow.
That's a good skill.
That was aggressive.
Well, and I'm gonna. So quiet it is. Yes. No.
I will
Agreed.
Votes in
be
either
as
direction.
quiet as it can be.
Opinions. Other ideas.
Probably for the best.
Great. And
What's
I'm
our
gonna
picking?
walk up to this little stone door here.
Okay.
Oh, is that the goblin? Oh, that's Daro. Okay.
This is me.
I'm trying to click my StreamYard and move myself right now.
Don't you hate that?
Welcome. How many times did I say that on Thursdays?
So often.
According to Possessor in chat, by the way, Warren is kobold apparently.
Thank you, Possessor.
So you walk up to the door, you check in it, you try and open it.
Yeah, I'll take a look here, and I will. I think I'll wait until we get inside to throw up the pass without.
Okay. So you're just trying to open the door.
Yeah, I'm just. I want to see if there's a way that I can get it to open.
Okay. Yeah. There is a handle. You see, it seems like you could pull
Would
it
that be
if you
just-
wanted.
Go ahead.
If you wanted to look closer for locks or traps, you could do an investigation.
Yeah, I'll definitely do an investigation. Can I guide myself for this?
100%.
Cool. That's a 1 again. All right, let's.
Oh my.
But that's a 25 total.
So as you're looking, you do not see any traps, and you don't see any way to lock the door unless it's barred from the other side. Like if there's something keeping it there. So you try to pull it, and it does make a loud grinding sound, but you are able to pull it open as it grinds on all of the stone debris of masonry at your feet. It swings open, and you see a circular chamber.
Bit louder than I wish it had been. All right, let's head on in. Real quiet, like here.
So you guys make your way into this circular area. As you guys sneak in quietly, you can give me your stealth checks. As you guys walk
and as
in,
we get in, like I said, that's when I'm going to pop the pass without.
Okay. So you guys are being sneaky and creeping into this tower area, this circular tower shell, and you find that it's the ground is like cobblestones, but it's cracked, made of granite. And you see 4 goblins sprawled about on it, apparently slain in combat. One corpse seems to stand with its back against the western wall, the spear that killed it still skewering it and holding it upright against the wall. There are 3 wooden doors from this area, and 2 wooden doors and the stone one behind you, rather. So there's this and this are 2 wooden doors. As you guys come in, there are some goblins on the floor. And it reaches about 30 feet above you into the air. However, the other floors and stairs of the tower seem to be gone, other than a couple of crumbled ledges up there.
Okay.
Well, the goblins are dead. That's a good sign that our the people we're looking for are alive. Like, these look recently dead, to be clear.
If you want to give me some kind of a investigation, you certainly can. Investigation or medicine would also work here.
I
I'll
believe in
also
you.
do a check on the goblins.
16?
Sure. Yeah, if we want to get the checks, and then I can explain what you guys see.
I'm gonna go with medicine. Oh,
All right. So Peg, as you kind of look around the goblins, you see dead goblins, and as far as you can tell, they don't seem to be actively bleeding, so they probably have been here for a little while. Atlas, as you look at the goblins, you notice that some of them have some bite marks on them. Seems like some kind of rat or something probably found them and gnawed on their body. And then Silwyn and Althea, as you guys start poking around and looking at the bodies, you see that they've definitely been dead for a while. And Althea, with your investigation, as you're looking at the one that's pinned to the wall, you think you can see something on the wall behind it.
I will try to look at the thing on the wall behind it more carefully in case it's something that stabs out. I'm not trying to get stabbed.
Sure. With it pinned to the wall, you can't really get more than an edge, which appears to be this like glowing red writing on the wall. But most of it is covered by the goblin's body.
Above the table,
Uh-huh.
does anybody have mage hand?
Yes, Peg does.
Peg,
Let me double check.
can you do that thing with your wing where you send out the magic wing that can touch stuff and move stuff? There appears to be some writing on the wall over here.
Definitely. Let me get that for you.
So Peg's just like sending out a mage hand to pull whatever's holding this thing to the wall away.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Yeah, the mage hand goes out. You can't really pull the goblin, but after a little bit of trying, you get the you grab the spear and manage to pull out, and the goblin slumps to the ground, and you guys see a glowing orange rune against the wall. What languages do you all speak?
Goblin.
I speak actually a lot of languages. Common, Elvish, Orc, Sylvan.
Okay.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sylvan.
Common, Halfling, and Sylvan.
Just Elvish,
Okay.
Sylvan, Thieves' Cant.
Okay. So as you guys are looking at this rune, none of you understand language, except for Jaro. This is a draconic rune. You recognize the characters as spelling out the name of a dragon that you have heard recently.
Azamazabath.
Yes, written in these draconic ruins on the wall, they read out Ashardalon.
Yeah, Ashladanadan.
Also, by the way, the other thing with the... Oh, you did medicine, not investigation. Never mind.
Man, has this place got to do with that dragon cult?
I mean, you guys were told that. You were told that at one point the
Yes,
the
yes,
temple was...
yeah.
Red golds. That sounds nothing like El Chupacabras.
How do you? Can somebody write that name in the
Could-
back chat so I could put it in notes?
Yeah, I got you. Oh, that's good because I would have. My spelling is way too wrong.
It's
shard
A shard ALON.
Yeah.
Let me just fix my notes real quick.
All right. What?
That's what I had in my notes.
But yeah, if you guys
we
wanted
gotta
to
search
do
these
a
goblins.
perception and look around yourselves anymore for anything else, or if you want to just move forward through the doors, up to you.
Could Peg
Can
fly
I?
up to
There's
some
all
of
these
the-
dead goblins. Can I look and see if there's any bloody footprints?
Sure. Give me a perception or investigation. Peg, you wanted to fly up. What you trying to do up there? You could certainly fly up there. And being able to fly, you probably can find a couple of those crumbling edges on the side where you can perch up there if you wanted to. But there's not like hallways or anything up here. It's just extra floors of the tower that seem to have crumbled away.
Okay.
But you can definitely climb up there and hang out.
Yeah, she was going to see if there's any other.
24 investigation.
Okay. Yeah, nothing from up here unless you want to give me a perception check as well, which you totally can. With that 23 investigation, as you're looking around at the goblin
24
bodies,
with the guidance.
24. Yep, you're right. You find a couple of goblin scimitars on their bodies, along with 23 silver pieces and 4 gold pieces.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that one more time for me?
Sure. So they've got a couple of goblin scimitars on them. One of them has a shield, and there is 23 silver pieces and 4 gold pieces. And as Peg flies up and starts looking around, and as you're collecting this and looking around with those investigations, you both notice that over here something seems to be off, and there seems to be some kind of secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Back in my day, elves just knew when there were secret doors around.
But yeah, so Selwyn and Peg, as they scope the circular area out, notice something about that wall that seems off.
Right. Everyone, look around for a button or a lever or a lever or something. I think there's something hidden here.
As you go over, the thing that caught your eye, you actually notice seems to be a masonry block that seems like it probably serves as some kind of lever. You guys got some really high investigations, the two of you, on that. So you guys are able to find that. It seems like it can either be pushed in on the left side or pulled out from the right. And with that investigation, you also notice that there seems to be some kind of a wire leading to something else from that block. There seems to be some kind of trap there as well.
All right. Do you want to figure out which direction to push the block, and I'll try to break the trap?
Do you want to break it, or do you just want me to try to disarm it?
Oh, that's what I meant. I'll try to disarm the trap.
Okay.
Sure, you can give me we're looking for a 15 on the thieves' tools.
And what do we need?
All right.
The
lever, like you just, it pushes in on the left and pulls out on the right. So it kind of like turns, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, if you picture like a rectangular masonry block, the
gotcha.
Comes out, yeah. The way it's worded is weird, as if it moves in multiple ways, but it doesn't. It's just you can either push it in on the left or pull it out on the right.
18 on the check.
Cool. So as Althea starts pulling it out, you see this needle start to poke out, and you're able to get your thieves' tools in there and sever the string that connects it so that the needle isn't pulled by the masonry block when it comes. And as it opens up, the wall kind of slides to the side, kind of Diagon Alley like, revealing this small, you guys see this like 2x2 room here. And inside of that room lie 3 skeletons on the ground that, as the walls move, start to stand up. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight, because I don't want to get into another combat this late.
That's fair.
So we're going to end as you guys have opened this secret door in the tower shell, and these skeletons start to ready themselves for combat. And we'll jump right into that when we get back next week, guys.
I love it and hate it at the same time.
Damn, normally when I open this secret doors, there's nothing.
Benita Blast, thanks for coming, guys. We got stuff tomorrow and Saturday this week, right? You guys want to promo yourselves and take us out here?
Yeah. Tomorrow night we have Concentricity Echoes of Eden, episode 10, I believe, with myself, Hooli, and 3 of our lovely players. Come and check us out. Things are really heating up. Last time we had a fight on a bullet train.
Yeah, that's where we're at. We're still in
and then
the
Hooli,
bullet.
if you want to take it away for
Yeah, so
and then Hooli, if you want to take it away for Saturday.
Saturday we have episode 3. I don't know, something. We have another episode of Chronicles of Ardalan coming up, and that's a bi-weekly game. So come hang out, check it out. All of the information is going to be in the credits video at the end. So we'll catch everybody at one of the shows, if not next week Thursday. Have a good night.
Yep. Bye.